So, within these 5 minutes talking about my blog and everything that I learned, I wanted to touch on just a few of the modules and blog topics where I think I learned most about organizational behavior and um, mostly what I learned about myself throughout these 8 weeks. So, Module 1 was about management preferences. Um, so, I wrote about hoping to have unlimited boundaries with communication between my manager and myself. I still believe this, and I want to be able to talk with my manager about anything that's going on at work and be able to work things out so I know, um, what I'm doing, making sure I'm doing it correctly, the best option and most effective way. And for myself as a manager, I hope to develop this trait and do really well at it, and hope that's what my subordinates want and aren't afraid to ask me questions or for help and be able to discuss all the options and problems and help them through those. I also wrote about learning from experiences and past situations. So I believe this has to do a lot with the learning process and making yourself a more rounded person by learning from the mistakes you make and knowing not to do them again that way, whether it was a mistake or not, just learning from experiences. Also, learning the more effective ways to do things. Maybe it wasn't right the first time, you still got it right, but it wasn't the best way, so then you learn. And also taking advice from others. I mean, subordinates might have a better idea of how to work out something, and you have to be open to accepting that. So, Module 2 was about personality traits. This I learned some and also didn't. I knew some things about myself already. So, I learned more about myself and how I need to better improve my leadership style and management style to be a good, successful manager, obviously, after working throughout this MBA course. So I scored pretty low on the extroversion scale, so I know I need to be more assertive and, take control of situations. In the past, I've always been more quiet and hesitant one in class discussions and group work, and I now know that I shouldn't be this scared, and I've definitely gotten better at this. And if I want to be a good manager, I have to be better at this. And I know it'll take time, but you can always practice and improve and learn more to do that. I scored high on the agreeableness scale also, and I found that this isn't such a good thing either. And I also learned this through my negotiations topic for the TED Ed teaching assignment. So I learned lots of new skills and tips to improve this about myself. So Module 6 was about group work. Seems everyone has negative connotations with this, but I really haven't in the past, which I'm grateful for, I guess. But I think this also has a lot to do with being a leader of the group and taking initiative to make sure everyone has a part and does it correctly and does all the work. At Walsh, we're fortunate to have the peer review paperwork. Some professors offer this. This is a great thing to take advantage of and making sure that everyone is rewarded for the work they put in and also punished, I guess, for not doing what, their part of that group work. Module 7 was about conflict. Again, this can be related to agreeableness and also the negotiations topic for my TED teaching topic. I learned that conflict isn't necessarily always a bad thing. You can always learn from it, and it shouldn't always be avoided. With my agreeableness trait, you tend to kind of ignore conflict and stay away from it. I tend to just go with the flow sometimes to avoid confrontation and conflict, and I know that that is definitely not the way to go. If I want to be a good manager, I have to confront my subordinates and make sure they're doing everything correctly, and um, deal with situations that could have better options or answers, and speak my voice and opinions when this thing comes about. Um, so overall, I really enjoyed this class, organizational behavior. I learned a lot about myself, and I think it was definitely beneficial to becoming a great manager and leader. Um, I like how it went more in depth with the management styles, and it provided lots of tips and helped me realize the kind of manager I like to work with, and also the kind of manager I want to be in the future. Um, I really enjoyed my group and the discussion forum. I believe that everyone used their full potential and was 100% honest with their comments, and was definitely truthful to their discussions and their responses. Um, so thanks for a great semester. God bless, and hope you have a great season of Lent.